So what else could this orange glowing material be that flows out of the south tower? Now this is just minutes now before the south tower collapses, and furthermore, it's at a point on the corner there, it would be the northwest corner, if I think of it correctly. It's on the north face, certainly. This corner fails, and just shortly after, minutes after that, this flow. And we also have this white ash coming off. Now, if you look at the thermite reaction, you have the white ash. Who knows what the white ash is?
Aluminum oxide.
Aluminum oxide is correct. And the yellow, white hot material here is molten iron. Right. So what's happening is we mix aluminum powder and iron oxide powder. These have to be mixed close together. And so the oxygen goes from the iron over to the aluminum to make aluminum oxide, and then we say the iron oxide is reduced. We get molten iron out of this chemical reaction. Now it's very exothermic, which means a lot of heat is released. Typically the molten iron that comes out is somewhere around 3,000 or hotter centigrade. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Around 2,500, 3,000 centigrade. What is that in Fahrenheit? It's hot, white hot. Or I can do 9/5, 5/9 and so on. But anyway, it's very hot. You add sulfur. I'm so used to thinking in centigrade, so I just do that. It's around 2,500 centigrade. We add sulfur to this before we set it off. Then there's sulfur mixed in with the molten iron. That allows this sulfur iron mix, now molten, to cut through steel. And the analogy I used with Alex in an interview was that now this eutectic, is called, this mixture, cuts through steel like a hot knife through butter. It's very effective, and we actually did that. You just see, well, okay. I'll show you later where we cut through steel. Oh, we already saw the molten material. Let's go on. Okay, in fact, I'm going to back up. Okay, let's back up one more. There. Okay, we had two pictures doing this. So the objection I had on this explanation was, someone said, well, if it's molten iron from thermite, how could it flow when it's orange hot? Now, orange hot is around 1,100 centigrade, 1,000, 1,100 centigrade, but steel solidifies at 1538 is iron. Solidifies. Yes, it becomes solid. So how are you going to have it be liquid? The answer is we added something to make the iron stay liquid even at the cooler temperature. What did we add?
Sulfur.
Sulfur. Good. This is going to be important later. And there will be a quiz on it later too. So we pay attention. And here you see this experiment. We did this experiment last Thursday. I had done it once before, but here we have a couple feet now, this flowing material. So this is just from the thermite thermate actually. And when you add sulfur, then the term for this reaction is thermate instead of thermite. So that's what we say, thermate. Molten iron and sulfur flowing out then, and you can see, what is the color? Orange, right? It's yellow-orange. Right? That's the difference. And we proved that you can do that now and keep it flowing even when it gets down to this cooler temperature. Now let me just show you. This is Wes Lipper, a friend of mine, doing this. Let's see, here we go. He sets it off. We're going to use something, see the sparks come, the ash, the white ash, and now he's going to pour out the residue, and there it is. Yeah. And we'll see that one more time. Let's see, here's I like this photo. This is from a different camera. But look at it, as this molten stuff splashes. I hadn't poured it into a bowl, but it splashes out. See, it still stays liquid even down at reddish temperatures. Quite remarkable stuff. It's hard otherwise to melt iron instantly. Okay, so here's what. So what does it look more like, this poured out? Let's see, well, let me see if I can stop the action here. There we go. So I leave it to you to decide, this flowing orange colored material, yellow-orange, as it flows out of the south tower with white ash dripping away. Does it look more like liquid aluminum? Or does it look more like the residue, the molten iron and sulfur and white ash that we get from the thermate reaction? See, it's helpful to actually do experiments. I'll show it again, but it takes a minute. Another objection to, whoops, come back, you funny machine. Thank you. Let's see. Another objection to our paper was, this question of, thermite can melt, and some of you have seen the demonstration. I didn't put it in tonight, but where the thermite will actually cut through an inch block, cut right through an inch block. But here we're going to, so can you, that's vertical, just letting it drop. Can you cut horizontally? Yes, you in fact can cut at any angle. And this is now, let's see, how do I get this? Here it comes. It's just kind of short, so you have to watch closely. Okay, here's the device which you can buy now. Now that goes fast. See if I can get it one more time. Okay, so watch. It's over in a fraction of a second. Okay. What's happening is the thermite jets out from this cutter and cuts through a metal rod, as you can see, in a fraction of a second. These are for sale, for demolition purposes, and they do exist, obviously. You saw the demonstration, and you can cut horizontally. Now, I want to remind you, last year there were some fires in churches in Alabama, which you're all sad about them. The gentlemen here are searching for accelerants, high temperature accelerants, and what we understand from the news stories is that they did find that a high temperature accelerant, thermite, was mentioned in at least one of the news reports that I saw about this. When you find thermite residue after there's been a building fire, then you know that this is arson. Thermite is not stored in buildings ordinarily. It's a highly dangerous substance. We call it the MSDS for this, the materials science, something. The safety issues are horrendous with the store. However, by the way, you can buy this stuff on eBay. So it's not like it's a secret. I had a fellow, as I was talking about, I've been talking about thermate for over a year. A fellow he said he had contacts with Homeland Security. He wrote to me and administrators at my previous university and warned me to stop talking about thermite. And of course that sort of whetted my appetite a little bit, but the fact is